Good day and welcome to the course Law of Obligations and Contracts. Today we're going to discuss these articles. Articles 1359 to 1369 of the Civil Code of the Philippines primarily address the reformation of instruments, which allows parties to a contract to request judicial correction of a written instrument when it does not reflect their true agreement due to mistake, fraud, accident, or inequitable conduct. Article 1359 establishes the right to reformation when there has been a meeting of the minds, but the instrument inaccurately expresses the party's actual intention. Article 1360 incorporates general equitable principles of reformation into the civil code, guiding the courts in filing gaps or ambiguities without contradicting the code. Subsequent articles detail specific grounds and limitations for reformation, including mutual mistake, unilateral mistake with fraud, accident, and exclusions such as donations and wills. The remedy focuses on correcting the written document to reflect the true agreement, distinguishing it from annulment or rescission, and admits parole evidence to support the claim. The principle that he who seeks equity must do equity is also applied to prevent abuse of this remedy. This is Article 1359. When there have having been a meeting of the minds of the parties to a contract, their true intention is not expressed in the instrument purporting to embody the agreement by reason of mistake, fraud, inequitable conduct, or accident. One of the parties may ask for the reformation of the instrument to the end that such true intention may be expressed. Okay, um, I'll just give you the opportunity to read all the articles that was mentioned from the material that has already been handed to you. What I'll do is that I'm just going to give you examples of each of the articles. Article 1359. A simple example of Article 1359 would be, let's say, in a case, suppose Party A agrees to sell a parcel of land to Party B for 100,000 pesos. However, due to a mistake by the person drafting the contract, the written document states the price as 10,000 pesos. Both parties actually agreed on the price of 100,000 pesos. So there was a true meeting of the minds. Because the written contract does not reflect their real agreement due to this mistake, either party can request the court to reform the contract to reflect the true price of 100,000 pesos, which was their genuine intention. Okay, this is Article 1360. Okay, have you read it? All right. An example of Article 1360 of the Civil Code would be a case where two parties entered into a contract, but the written agreement mistakenly omitted a key term both parties had agreed on. The courts, following equitable principles adopted under Article 1360, may allow reformation of the contract to include the omitted term. Even if the Civil Code itself does not explicitly mention that term, as long as this correction does not conflict with the Code's provisions or public policy. This article allows the court to consult general equitable doctrines to correct the written instrument so that it truly reflects the parties' actual agreement and intent beyond the strict wording of the contract. Next, Article 1361. Okay. An example of Article 1361 of the Civil Code of the Philippines is when both parties to a contract mutually make a mistake about a fact that causes the written contract to fail in showing their true agreement. For instance, if Party A sells a piece of land to Party B and both agree on the sale, but due to a mistake, the contract mistakenly describes the land as a different parcel or with incorrect boundaries. The contract does not disclose their real agreement. Since the mistake is mutual and relates to a factual error, either party may request the court to reform the written contract to correctly reflect their true agreement on the land being sold. Article 1362. An example of Article 1362 of the Civil Code is when one party to a contract is mistaken about the contents or terms of the written instrument, and the other party knowingly conceals this mistake or acts fraudulently or inequitably to take advantage of it. For example, Party A agrees to sell a property to Party B under certain conditions, but Party B drafts the contract omitting those conditions. Party A, who cannot read well or does not understand the language of the contract, signs it, believing the omitted terms are present. In this case, because Party B intentionally concealed the mistake and acted in bad faith, Article 1362 allows Party A to seek reformation of the contract to reflect the true agreement despite the unilateral mistake. Article 1363 of the Civil Code of the Philippines. An example of this article is when one party to a contract is mistaken about a fundamental term, such as the identity of the object of the contract, but the other party is not at fault and did not contribute to the mistake. For instance, Party A sells a car to Party B, but Party A mistakenly believes that the car is blue when it is actually green. Party B had no part in this mistake and did not mislead Party A. Since the mistake is unilateral and the other party is innocent, under Article 1363, the mistaken party may request reformation of the contract to correct the error, provided that the mistake does not relate to a donation or will, which are excluded from reformation. Article 1364 of the Civil Code. An example of Article 1364 is when a written contract contains a clerical error caused by the person drafting the instrument or the clerk or typist without the knowledge of the parties. For instance, a contractor and a client verbally agree on a payment in US dollars, but the written contract mistakenly uses the peso sign instead of the dollar due to the typist's negligence. Neither party is at fault or aware of the mistake during the signing. The contract does not express their true intention as agreed verbally. In such a case, either party may request the court to reform the written contract to substitute the correct currency sign reflecting the true agreement of the parties. Article 1365. An example of Article 1365 of the Civil Code of the Philippines would be when two parties agree to mortgage or pledge real or personal property as security for a loan, but the written contract mistakenly describes the property incorrectly. For instance, Party A agrees to mortgage a piece of land to Party B for a loan, but the contract mistakenly refers to a different plot of land nearby. Since the true agreement was about the original plot, the parties may request reformation of the contract to correctly describe the mortgage property, reflecting their real intention. An example of Article 1359 of the Civil Code is the same as or related to this particular article. Article 1366. Article 1366 is when two parties enter into a simple donation inter vivos. Inter vivos means a gift during one's lifetime without any condition imposed. And later, one party wishes to reform the written document to change the terms or conditions of the donation. Under Article 1366, the law does not allow reformation of the instrument in such cases. Similarly, if the instrument is a will or if the real agreement between the parties is void, reformation is also not allowed. For example, if a donor gives a car to a donee without any conditions and later the donor attempts to change the terms in the written document, the donation cannot be reformed or altered by the court order. Article 1367. An example of Article 1367 of the Civil Code of the Philippines, for instance, Anna needed money and negotiated a contract of chattel mortgage with Ben using her car as security. However, through deception by Ben, Anna signed a document she believed was a mortgage, but it was actually a deed of sale. Later, when Ben tried to enforce the deed of sale and claimed ownership of the car, his action failed. After this, Ben cannot ask the court to reform the instrument to consider it as a chattel mortgage because once a party has brought an action to enforce the instrument, they cannot subsequently ask for its reformation. The law considers that he has waived the right to seek reformation. Article 1368. An example of Article 1368 is when two parties enter into a contract for the sale of goods, but both mistakenly write the wrong price in the contract. Since the mistake is mutual, either party or their successors, such as their heirs, can request the court to reform the contract to reflect the correct price that both intended. However, if only one party made the mistake while the other party was unaware, only the injured party or their heirs can petition for reformation. This article means that reformation can be requested either by both parties or just by the injured party, depending on whether the mistake was mutual or unilateral. Article 1369. Article 1369 is when a party who seeks to reform a contract must prove by clear and convincing evidence the existence of a mistake, fraud, or accident that caused the instrument not to reflect the true agreement. For instance, Party A and Party B verbally agree to sell a piece of land for 1 million pesos, but the written contract mistakenly states 100,000 pesos due to a typographical error. Party A files the reformation of the contract, and under Article 1369, Party A must present clear, convincing proof of the mistake and show that both parties intended the 1 million pesos price to have the court reform the written contract accordingly. That's the end for today. See you in the next.